Hey, it's time for Instant Classic, and we've been dissecting a little bit of satire this week. We're defending satire because satire is under fire by the progressives. Apparently, the typical progressive voter is such a low info voter that satire fools them. When they read satire, they don't understand it's satire, and they fall for the joke. And to that is why the left wants to suppress, if not censor, satire. The Second Amendment, it's a First Amendment thing, right? Satire is one of those things that is false information now, or fake news to many on the left. And so we've been propping up the beautiful science, the artistic nature of satire. It's not easy to write. It's not easy to write compelling satire. And we've been talking about A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift. Again, this is the full title, A Modest Proposal for Preventing the Children of Poor People from Being a Burden to Their Parents or Country, and for Making Them Beneficial to the Public. And how? Swift says, tongue-in-cheek, if you're not going to feed them, you're not going to educate them, you're not going to take care of these poor Irish babies, England, now that you have come to dominate Ireland, maybe we ought to just fatten them up and sell them like goose or turkeys or little piglets for rich people to eat. That's the nature of the satire. And I've got to show you again, show the clips here, Mike. We've got how careful, if you're going to write serious satire, you have to come across as utterly believable. Before the narrator, the anonymous narrator, even gets to the point of selling those babies for food, listen to how careful he sets up the premise. This is how good satire works, and makes otherwise really intelligent people fall for the gag. He goes on to say, the anonymous narrator, I can think of no one objection that will possibly be raised against this proposal of mine. Notice, he hasn't told them the proposal yet. Unless it should be urged that the number of people will be thereby much lessened in the kingdom. The only argument that you're going to get when I tell you my proposed solution is there'll be fewer Irish people. If you were the England who dominated Ireland at that time, would less Irishmen really bother you? Even the one possible objection that he cedes is one that the colonial power probably isn't going to be too bothered by. I can think of no one objection that will possibly be raised against this proposal unless it should be urged that the number of people will be thereby lessened in the kingdom. This I freely own, and was indeed one principal design in offering it to the world. Is that really a negative or a positive? If you're England, do you want more Irish? I desire, the reader will observe, that I calculate my remedy for this one individual kingdom of Ireland, and for no other country that ever was, is, or I think ever can be upon the earth. Therefore let no man talk to me about other expedients, of taxing our absentees at 5 shillings a pound, of using neither clothes nor household furniture, except what is of our own growth and manufacture, of utterly rejecting the materials and instruments that promote foreign luxury. 1,000 ways we could raise money to feed those Irish kids, but we're not going to ask for it, he says. Of curing the expensiveness of pride, vanity, idleness, and gaming in our women, of introducing a vein of parsimony, of prudence, of temperance, of learning to love our country. Therefore, I repeat, don't try to talk me out of this, because you and I both know we English aren't going to change our way of life to help starving babies. And if that's where we are, then my modest proposal is going to work. And he still hasn't hit him with it. So he's already argued the case in a way that they can't unargue, and they haven't heard his proposal yet. That's serious satire.